Hello everybody, welcome to Kate's Space, welcome to my channel. I am finally getting on with my journal. I'm really wanting to get this done. Off camera I went through my signatures and papers again and kind of shuffled them around a little bit, and I've actually made 9 signatures. I've put them in the book press so they're beautiful, or the paper press, and they're lovely and flat. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah, 9 signatures, and with slightly less pages in them. And I have trimmed them down, and yeah, I'm pretty happy. They're quite plain because I'm going to go in and decorate this journal as part of trying to go about sort of setting up a bit of a journaling practice. I decided to use some of this fabric in the middle, and I'm going to do a hidden binding. I hope it's going to work. It's okay if it doesn't. And I cut a piece of, this is just a file folder, manila folder. It's a bit of a cheapy one, so it's just a really light cardstock, and I cut it the same as my spine here. And I'm going to glue that onto this piece of fabric on the back. And then I'm going to sew my signatures to this, and then I'm going to glue this in, and then I'm going to put my end papers over the top. So that is my goal today. I won't obviously torture you with me sewing in every single signature, and I just want to get on with it. Because this is for me, it doesn't have to be, you know, totally perfect. It needs to hold together, and it needs to be fun to use. And so yeah, I'm just going to get on with it. So I'm going to use, I think, the Aleene's tacky glue to glue this on. I could have used PVA, but this is good. I did go and buy some collal glue because I know some people who can't get the Beacons 3-in-1 Fabri-Tac, etc. Some people use this. I'm not sure about it. It's quite runny. It is an acetone based glue, and I bought it from someone who has a mosaicing business. So the jury's still out on that, and I don't want to use it for something that I really don't want to come apart because I haven't done enough stuff with it. So yeah, so I'm going to use this, and I'm going to spread it on to the piece of cardstock and then glue it to this. How is everybody? I hope you're all well. We're good. We've got stormy, windy weather, but it's not cold. Brittany and baby are doing okay. A few little sort of hiccups, but doing real good. Beautiful Lucia. We had a wonderful time seeing Mum. So my mum came down, and she got to see 2 of her great-grandchildren for the first time, and all 3 of her granddaughters in one place, and she just loved it. Obviously, if you've watched my Instagram, you know that Albie and Briley got engaged that weekend, and that was also very exciting. So yes, it has been a very full-on weekend. And today is Tuesday, and this will probably go up later in the week. I'm probably going to put up my room tour video first before this goes up, because I keep promising it. It's not an overly long video, just a quick tour. And then right, now let's just try and get this on straight if we can. Get our center, and our center down here. Line them up with that line, and then pop our card on. Center line to center line. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I don't want it to be completely on an angle either. So I saved you the torture of me working out where my signatures were going to go. So I've lined them up. I use one of these Tim Holtz rulers, and I just put it in the center, work my way out. I'm going to do a 5-hole pamphlet stitch. I wasn't going to, I was going to do one of the ones that I used to do when I did my Nick the Booksmith courses, but no, I decided no, stick to what is simple. So there we go, we can pop our signatures on. Right, I don't think it matters too much what order these go in. Because again, like I said, we're going to be sort of decorating them. I think that's okay. Yep. Quite a lot. Do I want that one at the end maybe? Okay, so let's just stick with that order. I guess they do look a bit dull because there's no digitals or anything in them. That one's sticking up quite a long way, so. All right, so there we go. There's the front. And I'm going to sew them in. Hopefully, I wonder if this needs to be left to dry for a bit longer. Possibly. That's the trouble with doing videos. You don't want to keep stopping and starting, especially when you're trying to get something done. Anyway, let's get our threads out. So I've got some linen thread, I've got a pointy tool and my wax, and I have a blunt needle. I like the blunt ones because then I'm not at risk of making another hole if I can't find the hole that I've made. Okay, so that's good. What we need to make is a template, is what I use. So I get some paper. Just some scrap paper, and I pretty much make it the same height as, I should make it the same height as what I made my pages, I think. But I can't find, I don't know where my template is, hang on. Let me find the template. Remember, I think, oh actually I think I made them the same height as the pages that were originally in the book. Okay, think about it. Yeah, I did. So let's go with making our template the same height as this page. So this is a page out of the book. I'm just going to cut it along here. I just go to my cutter, my trimmer. I mark where my holes are. So I mark where the top is, so I need to decide which is the top, which I'm pretty sure I want that to be the top. Okay, and then I'm going to say top here. And I'm going to line this up. Probably best if we start from the center here on this piece. It's really hard to see. Oh, yeah. I'm just gonna, I'm struggling with this. So there's my top. This would be an easy way to do it. My brain is not working, sorry guys. So there's my center there. I'm gonna put a hole here, 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 and here, like that. So that's where, that's my template for my page holes. Okay. Then the other thing we could do while this is drying to make sure it is super dry is my end pages that I want to use are quite fragile because they're out of the Girls Own annual and they're very, very, very old. So I thought maybe I'll just back them on to just some brown paper to make them a bit stronger. So that would be a good thing to do while we're waiting, and then they will dry while I'm sewing in my signatures. Right, up here's for dance. Well, up here's not for dancing. Up here is for thinking. Down there's for dancing. Rightio. Now I know these have got perforations in them, but that's okay because I'm probably going to be trimming these anyway. Or we could do it that way. No, I'll do it this way. And I'll just, yeah. And I'm just going to use my glue stick. Plenty of it. It'll be good to get this done, and then I can start doing some journaling. I've gotten behind on my Marguerite Miller assignments, but I am going to keep doing them. I'm going to do some off camera. I might even try and do that tonight because it doesn't matter about the light, and then I'll start doing them again weekly. It's a problem when you go away. And I'm going away again soon for 2 weeks on a holiday with David. Going to Bali, which will be very, very nice. Taking books to read, and pretty much that's it. We're hoping to have some beautiful weather, and I'm just wondering whether I'll have a little bit of the paper showing. I don't know. I will leave it like that and then I can decide. I've never been to Bali. My children have been and have loved it. Have loved the holidays that they've had there, so we thought we would give it a go. And actually Michaela and Nick, so my daughter, one of my daughters in the Gold Coast, her and Nick are going to be there for a wedding, so we actually planned ours. So we arrive just before they go, and we're going to spend a day with them before they fly out. So we thought that would be nice. There we go. I don't really care about trimming it up too accurately at this moment. Oops, got a few wrinkles there. Again, it doesn't really matter. It's just trying to strengthen that paper. So I'll put that aside to dry somewhere. And I haven't even been checking that I've been in camera. I've been too busy just chatting away to you. I hope I have, and if I haven't, I apologize. I think I need to change my camera. I'm still working out this setup, so yeah, you'll have to, I mean, I'd appreciate it if you just bear with me and we'll get it sorted. And anything new takes a while to get used to. And if you've watched the video of my room, you'll see it's just a pretty cheap camera holder setup. So it's not that robust. I don't have a light or anything, but I have the window, which provides some pretty good light, I think. So at the moment I'm actually standing up to do this. I don't know why. Sometimes I like standing up. Who else likes standing up? So if you saw the bench in that video of my tour as well, I would really like David to maybe raise that up a little bit, even on some casters or something. So that it's more of a standing level. Right, so let's just pop this on here. That will just make that stronger, because it's got to go over that fabric and that other mull binding cloth that's holding that spine together. The spine's kind of softish, the one I've made, so I don't know how it'll work with the hidden binding. Don't think I'm going to make it a hollow back, but I might have a play around with that when we go to stitch our fabric down and have a think about what I feel. But anyway, so those are beautiful and ready to go. I'm really happy with those, and I'm glad they're going to be used and in a journal. Okay, let's hope this is good enough. Right, so pretty much all of you who watch, I'm sure, will know how to do this, and will have seen multiple people do it, and you'll probably see me do it. So we don't need the book cover at this stage, but we do need our signatures. And you can start at the back or the front. I think I'll start at the back. So this is my last signature. Just have a quick flick through, and hopefully I'll just move the pages where I want them to be. Just check that that one's not too tall. It is a little bit too tall. I might, oh, I see, I've bent it up here. Maybe I need to fold it up just a little tad more. Again, I'm not too worried about the fact that that's got a extra fold, and I folded these in because I'm obviously just don't want to. And then this is from that beautiful book that I have nearly finished. Yeah, that needs a little bit taken off, so I'm just going to do that now. I'd just rather my pages were a bit short than a bit tall. Yeah, that's almost perfect. So is that what I was going to have in the middle? 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Okay, so some clips to hold everything in place. So I'm going to, oops, excuse me, I'm going to use these are my biggest paper clips I have, so this is what I'll use. Try and catch everything. In here. I think I wanted that in the middle because I love the staple holes. Oh dear, that's a bit weird. Okay, and then try and just get these clips on to hold everything a bit stable so that it doesn't move around too much. Have a look at it, see if I like it, how it's sitting. It's probably not the straightest, but that's okay. That's upside down. Okay, so it goes that way. Yep. This probably sticks out too far. It does. Doesn't matter. Let's just do it. Okay, so then I get my template. I know some people put holes in all their signatures at once, sitting them all inside each other. I just haven't really had much luck with that. So I force my piece of paper into the fold here. I get my awl or sharp pointy thing. So yeah, I've got this tucked right in, as tight as it will go, to try and get it right into that crease. And then I have a look, make sure it's where I want it, and then I line up this with the crease and push it through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's my 5 holes. Grab my blunt needle and I grab my thread. This thread's actually been in some tea, so it's kind of off-white. I don't know if it's going to be enough to do all the signatures. Again, I'm not too worried. It's not that much. It's not tea dyed so much that it will look different to the other. Oh, we have a fly. Okay, thread this if I can. Won't go through for some reason. It's a huge eye, so I don't know why it won't go through. Probably something I'm doing wrong. There we go. It's actually quite tight on that thread. I'm going to pop my glasses on because I think that's a really good idea. Ah, that's so much better. Right, so then that's the top. This is our top, and we're going to put it at the end. Now let's think about this here. Now where do we want, and so now we need to think about where we want our signatures to tie on the inside, or do we want them to tie on the back? Because the other thing, what I haven't done is made holes in these, so that's what we need to do now. So this is just my grubby mat, and I'm just going to go through and make the holes that I need to make. I'll be right back. Okay, that job's done now. There's our top. I think I'm going to tie my, I'll tie my signatures on the inside. Right, so there we go. We just have to find the right hole. I think it's that one. Just check again. Top, back of the book. Yep. So through we go. And then I'm going to go up. Handed. Okay, so I'm going to go up that way, and in the next hole back up in the next one. Through. Try not to catch the thread. That's the other good thing about the blunt needle, it's not so likely to pierce through your thread. Right, we haven't kind of got that in the right place. Oop, it's going somewhere it shouldn't go. There we go. Just change the angle a little bit. And then skip the middle one down to the next one. Which I think is here somewhere. Is it that one? Yeah. And here. And then it's always feel a bit. Is that right? Back up that way? I think so. And then back in the center. Back in the center one. I'm struggling here. I always do have a little bit of a struggle when I'm doing these. I'm not gonna lie, I don't always find them easy to do, but I always get there in the end. There we go. Okay, right, so we've threaded it all through. Now it's about pulling it. Okay, there's our end. Yeah, pulling it tight. I don't want to pull it too tight, and I certainly don't want to rip my papers, so doesn't want to tighten up. Okay, that one has. This one doesn't. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to go to the back and feel that. I pull that tight. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that, so take the needle off, cut my threads, and left over right, right over left. Take my paper clips off and have a look. Now it looks like we're closer to the top than we are the bottom, but I'm hoping that's going to be okay. Where's our top? This is our top. I think that's going to be okay. And if we put it in, a little look at what it might be like. Just going to go right there. So yeah, that'll be fine. Yep. Okay, great. So what I'll do now is I'll go and do the rest and I'll be right back. See you soon. Right, I'm back. Wow, that takes a long time. Okay, let's just get this last one in. So I've got 8 of them in, and you can see all the stitches there. And this is the last one to sew in, but the first signature. Oh, and I'm already caught up. Okay, right. So through the middle, up and in the next hole. Up and out the next top hole. So I've gone in and out, in and out, out and out, up to the top and then back in again. Try not to catch the thread. And then skip the middle hole and down to the next one. I know you guys know how to do this, but anyway, someone might be watching who doesn't. And then find that last bottom hole in your signature. So you're back into the middle, up one, through that signature there, back out to the back, and then through the center hole. Ooh, I haven't done that right. I'll just through that last center hole there. I'm just going to bring it through and then try and even this up. There we go, and this needs to come up on the other side of the string. So you've got one thread on each side. Right, so pull it up tight. This one's torn, I'm not sure why. It doesn't matter to me, but not sure why it's done that. Pull them tight, and then I just sort of check them on this side, check they're not baggy or anything. Cut the threads, and left over right, right over left. Done. Well, that's that bit done. We're not out of danger yet. We still have to glue this whole thing in. So that's the next decision. Are we going to make it a hollow back, or am I just going to glue it in to the spine like that? That's what I need to decide. If I make it hollow, then yeah, it will sit much flatter, so I might do that. Okay, so the way I do that, is I glue some cheesecloth on here. Yeah, so on the back, I glue some cheesecloth. Now I am going to give this glue a go for this. It's very runny. You'll see how runny it is. I'll spread it with one of these silicone brushes. Now the cheesecloth is just really to help secure all these strings, I guess, and make them a bit stronger. It helps glue them in place. And then you can have a little bit of frou-frou coming up the top if you want it. Right, so let's grab just want a single strip. I don't want to add too much bulk, so I'm just gonna, it's not straight, but it doesn't matter to me. And then I'm just gonna cut it. Cut it along here. And then the other thing you can do is cover this with something sort of dark, so that when you look down into the hollow, you can't see this bright sort of colour. I can often use black paper, but I think for this I'm just going to use some, might just use some brown paper. glue it on. Might just make it a little bit narrower than that. I guess I can try this. I guess it's a good idea to try this on my own journal. Yeah. It's so runny. Let's see if we can spread it without. Go right over the edges to get it to the edge, so my mat's going to get in a big mess. But it has to be completely covering. So stand up your book and get your darker black or whatever colour paper. And that just covers up that, and you won't be able to see it when you look, if you ever look. Not that anyone looks, but it's just, so that has to sort of go on the paper like that. So I'll just turn it over so that my fabric's nice and smooth. It'll be interesting to see if it leaks through the fabric and what sort of that sort of looks like. It has leaked through. Good experiments. Good way to experiment with different mediums and things, doing your own journal. You want to bend that where the spine finishes so that when we glue it in, we know where the spine's going to sit in the... So that's that. That can dry. What we need to think about now is whether we want any cheesecloth here and whether we want to tie it closed. I don't think I want a ribbon or anything around it. Do I want something coming through? No, I don't think I will. So this will go here and here, and we'll glue this part of the fabric to that part of the book, and this part of the fabric to that part of the book, but we won't glue anything here. And then when you open it, it's hard to show you. She's a big book. When you open it, yeah, I am gonna, so you are gonna see that. So I wonder if I should have covered that up, covered this up with something, because you're gonna see these words. We could actually just glue some paper in here. No, I don't care. I'm just gonna do that and that. So that's gluing to my page there. I need this to dry. Otherwise we're not going to be able to close our book. Okay, so let's do it. We're going to stop faffing and glue this in. I'm really unhappy about that leaked glue there. I don't know what that will look like when it dries, so I'm going to use the tacky glue. So I'm gluing all over, and you probably can't see because my arm's in the way. I apologise for that, but I don't really know how else to do it. And I'm putting it on the fabric, and I'm using lots. All down in this bit here. So I don't want it pulling away. Okay, and then I'm going to try and hope it's straight. I think it is. Right, and I'm just going to lay this down. Try not to move anything. And there we go, that's one side done. I needed to go this way, but is it too late? Okay, might be a bit wonky. Really want to just keep going and get it done, even though it's getting later in the day now. So again, I'm putting lots of glue on this brown paper bit. Sometimes we just make things much more difficult for ourselves, don't we, than we need to, but hopefully the end result we'll be happy with. That's what's happened when you have a break from making journals as well. You certainly get out of practice. So, oh well, I'm just going to press that down into there. Hope for the best. My thing, push that right in there. keep on working on it to make sure it's glued. And then we wait for it to sort of dry. What that one's going to look like in there. And then I'm just going to leave it like that on its spine, sitting there. And I want something heavy on either side of it to keep it sort of sitting like that. I think that's what I want to do. I might need some paper there. And I think that one's all right. Okay, so I'll be back when this is dry and we'll stick the end papers in. Let me find some heavy things. This is why Catherine from Sunnyside Studios, is it? Sunnyside, has bricks. There we go, that's attractive. Okay guys, I'll be back soon when that's all nice and glued. Okay, I'm back. I probably will regret, well no, not that I regret, I probably should have left this overnight, but I really want to get this video finished. So let's get on with it. So here we've got our pieces that I want to use as end papers. Now, I'm going to trim them. I'm going to try tearing them and see how we go. We'll just start with that now. This is the back one. So let's see, we're going to lose some of that. I think I'd rather lose more from this side. I don't want to lose that bird though, so yeah, we're going to lose that little bit of the flower. Never mind. And we're probably going to lose this, which is a shame. Okay. So I'm just going to mark with pencil where I think I want this to come to. So I'm going to take it I mean, I need it to come at least to there. Okay. Right, I'm going to take it off here. And I'm going to take it off about there. Right, I'll be back. And then I'm going to take some off the bottom here. And I can probably just tear that, I think. That's our bottom bit, and then taking some off the top as well. There we go. And yeah, that's going to glue on there. Right. It's funny, you've been thinking about it all this time, and then when you do it, it's like, oh, I don't know if that looks exactly how I wanted it to look. But anyway, let's just glue some of these edges down. And then, whoop, glue this. Whoops. Sorry, I think I've been doing things off camera. I haven't got my computer set up showing me. So I apologise. We might have to, there may be some weird editing going on. It's starting to get dark and I can't turn my light on. David was off to the gym this afternoon and he got back about, I don't know, not long after he left. And I went, oh, what happened? He goes, oh, the bridge was at a standstill, so they must be doing some work on the bridge tonight maybe. Probably normally, oops, sorry, normally what I would do is maybe cut these at an angle so they didn't come up above like that, but for this journal I'm not worried about that. So that's the back one. And the front one is here. I will trim this. First I'll just trim the brown paper. Right, and then I'll sort of measure up how we're going to be. Oh, I probably made that a little bit short, but that's okay. I might put a pocket at the bottom there. Okay. Just cover it with glue. Lots of glue. It is not going anywhere. The glue. What's the bet's that I'll finish this and I want to start journaling in it and I'll have that fear of starting anything. Hopefully not. Hopefully I'll just get cracking straight into it, but who knows. Okay, there we go. That's that one. It's not overly straight. It's okay, I don't mind. Okay, love those birds, so pretty. So that's that bit done, and then I had some corners. I thought I had set aside some corners because I wanted to put some, this book is super thick there, so maybe none of them are going to be big enough. Maybe that was the problem. Those ones will work, but only just. Don't know if they'll be overly protective. Maybe that's what the problem was. Or I have these sort of Tim Holtzy ones, which are huge, and they just bend around whatever you choose. Even those are going to struggle to go around there. Oh, maybe that's why I didn't leave them out. Maybe I just thought they were going to be too yes, the book's too chunky, which means it's going to get, see, it's got a lot of, it's coming apart in that corner, so I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do to fix that. Because even if I put that on, I guess that is going to hold it together somewhat. Let's give it a squish. We can always take it off. I'll get my, oh, I haven't got any pliers anymore. That's one of the things that did get ruined in the there's not much squishing to do though, because actually this book board's so thick. Okay, well, where's the art little glue? There. Let's just pop them on, shall we? And we'll just, I don't think they'll hurt, even if they don't provide a ton of protection. They'll provide some. And I might have to go and get a pair of pliers out of David's, out of the garage, out of David's toolbox, and use those. But there we go, and then that will be done for the day. Yeah, I think that will protect them actually. Yeah, good. Another one somewhere, another two. It's good to use these. I've had them for a while and oh, wrong way. Better do it the right way. I'll get something to squish them a bit more, though they are squishing just with my fingers, but I will squish them a bit more, I think. But I find the art glitter glue seems to work quite well with the metal. Oh, I quite like that. A little bit of gold. This is kind of a different gold to the title, but I don't know, it brings the gold out. And our signatures are all sewn in. I don't think they look too bad. And it sits quite nice and flat. And we've got lots of room to grow, I think. Well, a bit of room to grow. Yeah, so there we go. It's all sort of done. So I think I might do something in here in this pocket. I'm not that happy. I mean, in this inside cover. Might do a bit of something in there, a bit of decorating. But that's all fun that can be had. So there it is. my journal. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. Bit of a funny old video. Seem to excel in funny old videos, so thanks so much if you've stuck with me, and I really appreciate it. Appreciate your kind comments and your friendship, and I'll see you again soon in the next video. Bye guys.